Just a real quick follow-up on my last video, why narcissistic abuse can be described using spiritual terms, and why a lot of people describe it and connect it to witchcraft, black magic, stuff like that. Another reason for that is I mentioned it in the video, but it did not go into detail because the video was very long already and I had a complex pattern of many subjects that I tried to connect together. So this video now I want to go into deep of just one idea, narrow in onto this idea, go into more depth, and that is the magical thinking of the narcissist. So in my last video I claimed that there is a real connection to the perception of targets, that narcissists have a demonic spirit. They use black magic and witchcraft. This is the uncanny valley effect, means you feel uncanny in their presence. And in my last video I described the complicated mechanic behind this all-pervasive, invasive spirit of darkness, depression, sadness, self-destructiveness. You know, narcissists basically operate from self-hatred, even though they have a grandiose self. And I don't want to repeat the complicated mechanic behind that, but I know from experience and from external education that narcissists engage in magical thinking. A shared fantasy is nothing but magical thinking. And there is a spirit, the Luciferian spirit. Lucifer was cast out of heaven because he was the closest, now I simplify now, he was the light bringer, he was an angel, and he was very close to God, so to speak. And this just fueled his grandiosity, and he then started to believe he is God himself, and this led to the war in heaven, and the result was that Lucifer was cast out of heaven. He lost his functions there and became a representation of the devil himself, the horned one, and or evil itself. And this spirit resonates with a lot of narcissists, especially the covert, malignant, non-functioning narcissistic versions, because narcissism is rebellion. Narcissism is a defensive fantasy, and the Luciferian spirit is the spirit of rebellion. And narcissism is rebellion against reality. Also, narcissistic psychopathy often uses magical thinking and the strategy to scare other people, to make them afraid, to be evil. Narcissistic psychopaths have no moral compass, have no principles, have no empathy, have no access to positive emotions. Therefore, to justify their behavior, they might sympathize with being evil. They might ridicule people who have a moral compass, who have a core identity, who have principles, who don't sacrifice their soul, who are real living people. They might maliciously envy them but ridicule them. And to do this, to justify this, they might find it resonating to be evil and to see the qualities of the people they want to dominate and manipulate as weakness. So they see the strength and the quality of other people as weakness. And they are the powerful ones because they don't need all of that. And yeah, so I know for a fact that these people, especially the dysfunctional ones, may sympathize with the horned one, with the spirit of, with the Luciferian spirit, with the spirit of domination, manipulation, and control, a spirit of toxic masculinity in this case, I would argue. So this is just a follow-up to explain why people perceive narcissists, covert narcissists, some Wagner would say the communal narcissistic psychopath or borderline narcissist, why people perceive this spirit, the presence of these people, as demonic, as evil. Why? Because they are. And they sympathize with this, but they would not show this because in the public, of course, they want to appear camouflaged. They don't want to appear at all. They retreat from it, the dysfunctional ones, or they try to create a superficial, agreeable image. But for real, behind the curtain, they will sympathize with this and see evilness as a strength, the omnipotence, the omniscience, the evilness. They think it's cool, it's strong, it's a fantasy. Just, like they have fantasies and dreams of creating anarchy, of revenge, of finally turning the order around, So, yeah, just wanted to put this out there, just a small follow-up video. Hope it clarifies some things. Yet, you need to understand all this happens in the fully self-absorbed, insane mind of the narcissist, and the projection of this is called shared fantasy. Just to make this one clear.